Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
It's great to be here.
Today we're going to be talking about AI and the impact that it's having on digital marketing strategies.
That's right.
Specifically, we're going to be looking at the Performance 5 framework laid out by Meta. In 2022, businesses using these AI-powered solutions, they achieved like a 3.3x return on ad spend. So pretty incredible stuff. Are you ready to kind of dive in and unlock this for ourselves?
Absolutely. And the best part is that you can implement these strategies right now.
Awesome.
Meta's Performance 5 framework, it really lays it all out, breaking it down into 5 key areas.
Okay.
Account simplification, automation, creative diversification, data quality, and results validation.
Okay, let's unpack that first one.
Sure.
Account simplification. I think all of us can relate to, just having way too many ad sets, feeling overwhelmed, like tons of campaigns going on.
Right.
Can AI really help streamline all that?
It really can, and it's not just about making things look organized, you know?
Yeah.
When an ad campaign starts running, each ad set actually goes through a learning phase.
Okay.
And during this learning phase, the AI is gathering data, trying to figure out how to best optimize for conversions.
Got it.
And so by having a simpler account structure, it actually helps the AI learn faster
Makes sense, yeah.
and more effectively.
So is that why we hear about, don't make too many changes during that learning phase?
Precisely. You know, tweaking things too often can really confuse the AI.
Yeah.
And it can hinder the performance. Meta, they actually recommend consolidating ad sets and aiming for at least 50 conversions per week per ad set.
Wow.
And they found that just by doing this, you can see a significant improvement in cost per purchase, something like 28% lower.
Just by making things tidier.
By making things tidier.
I love that.
Less is more.
Less is more. Okay.
Yes.
And I think we have a real-world example of this in action, right?
We do. Lily Sadovi, the fashion accessories brand, they simplified their account structure. They went from 69 ad sets down to just 15.
Wow. Okay.
And they saw a 41% increase in purchases.
Amazing.
Pretty amazing.
All right, I'm sold on simplification.
Great.
But what about automation? This is where AI really starts to feel, futuristic to me.
It does.
How can we leverage it to keep up with these ever-changing consumer behaviors?
It's a great question. And AI-powered automation allows us to do things that would be basically impossible for humans to do.
Okay.
So it analyzes massive amounts of data, and it does it in real time.
Wow.
And it's making adjustments to your campaigns on the fly.
Really?
Yeah, everything from bids and targeting to even creative elements.
So it's like having a 247 marketing assistant.
That's a great way to put it, a super efficient marketing assistant.
I like that. But what kind of real-world results are we seeing from this?
So Meta reported that Advantage Plus shopping campaigns,
Okay.
which are heavily powered by AI automation,
Yeah.
they delivered a 32% increase in return on ad spend.
Okay, so that's huge for the bottom line.
It is. It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does all this automation actually work? Is there a one-size-fits-all approach to this?
Not at all. Not at all. And there are 2 main approaches within this Performance 5 framework: end-to-end and single lever.
Okay.
End-to-end automation is really great for flexibility. So you're basically handing over the reins to the AI and letting it manage that entire campaign.
Oh, wow.
From budget allocation to creative optimization. Advantage Plus shopping and app campaigns are really good examples of this approach.
So that sounds great for, busy marketers who really want to free up their time.
Absolutely.
But what about businesses that need a little bit more control?
That's where single lever automation comes in.
Okay.
So this allows you to automate certain aspects of your campaign while maintaining control over others.
Okay.
So for example, you could automate your creative choices,
Right.
but keep control over your budget and your targeting. Meta offers a variety of Advantage Plus solutions for this, like Advantage Plus catalog ads, Advantage custom audiences, and Advantage Plus placements.
So it's really a choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing.
It is.
Tailoring the automation to your needs and your comfort level.
Exactly.
Now, I'm really intrigued by this next element, creative diversification.
Yes.
In a world that's, saturated with ads, grabbing attention is more important than ever, right?
It's crucial. It really is. And AI can be a real game changer here. AI-powered creative diversification, it goes beyond just what people are buying. It taps into why they buy.
Oh, interesting.
So by personalizing the creative, we can resonate with consumers on a much deeper level, cut through the noise, and make a real impact.
Because people are bombarded with generic ads all day long.
They are.
to stand out, you need to connect with them on that personal level.
Precisely. And the results really speak for themselves. Meta's research actually shows that diversified creative resulted in a 32% increase in efficiency
Wow.
and an 8% increase in incremental reach.
Okay, so those are compelling numbers.
Compelling
It
numbers.
really does demonstrate that AI-driven personalization.
It does.
Okay, so I'm seeing a pattern here.
Okay.
Each element of this Performance 5 framework is really building on the one before it.
That's right.
So you simplify your account, you automate strategically,
Yes.
then you diversify your creative
That's right.
to really resonate with that audience.
You got it. And it all leads to better results.
Exactly. Which is what we all want at the end of the day.
Oh,
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
sure.
let's talk about data quality.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is one of those like unglamorous but absolutely essential aspects that often gets overlooked.
You're absolutely right, and it's the foundation of everything we do with AI in marketing.
Okay.
The better our data, the better the AI can target ads, the better it can measure impact, and ultimately drive better results for us.
So how can we make sure that we're feeding the AI the best data possible within that meta ecosystem? What tools are at our disposal?
So one of the most powerful tools is Meta's Conversions API.
Okay.
And this actually enhances the data that is shared from your servers to Meta, and it gives you a much more complete picture of customer interactions.
Oh, okay.
So instead of relying solely on the pixel to track website activity,
Right.
the Conversions API, it allows you to send additional data about offline conversions,
Okay.
customer attributes, and other really valuable signals.
So it's like giving the AI a backstage pass to really understand that customer journey more fully.
I like that analogy, yes.
And this deeper understanding then translates into tangible results.
It really does. Combining the Pixel and the Conversions API has been shown to lead to a 13% improvement in cost per result
Wow.
and a 19% increase in attributed purchases.
Okay.
Pretty significant.
So just by providing better data,
Better data.
now I'm convinced.
Right.
But I am curious, how technically challenging is it to implement this Conversions API? Does it require like a team of developers?
Not necessarily.
Okay, good.
Meta offers several different options to make it more accessible. You can integrate it directly if you have the expertise in-house. You can use the Conversion API gateway for a more simplified process. Or you can leverage partners like Shopify, WooCommerce, and Google Tag Manager for easy setup.
Okay, so there's really a solution for everyone, regardless of like technical skill.
There is.
I'm really starting to see how all these pieces fit together now.
Good.
You simplify, you automate, you diversify that creative, you make sure that your data is top-notch.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we need to know that it's actually working.
We do.
And then that's where results validation comes in.
You can't just rely on vanity metrics or gut feelings.
No.
We need concrete proof
Right.
that our AI-powered campaigns are actually delivering.
So how does AI help us move beyond those vanity metrics and really truly understand the impact of our marketing?
Yeah.
What are some practical methods that we can use?
So the Performance 5 framework outlines 3 key methods for results validation: A/B testing, conversion lift studies, and marketing mix modeling. And each of these approaches, when enhanced by AI, provides really valuable insights to help you make smarter decisions and optimize your campaigns for that maximum impact.
Okay, so let's dive into each of those a little bit more, starting with A/B testing,
Sure.
which is, a classic marketing technique.
Yes.
How does AI kind of enhance that whole process?
So with traditional A/B testing, you'd have to manually set up different versions of an ad and then wait to see which one performs better.
Right.
With AI, it can actually automate that entire process, so it can test variations much more efficiently and identify those winning strategies faster. It can even adjust those testing parameters in real time based on the data that's coming in, leading to even better optimization.
So it's like having an AI scientist constantly running experiments in the background
That's a great way to put it.
to optimize those campaigns without us doing anything. Pretty cool.
It is.
Okay, let's move on to conversion lift studies. What are those designed to do?
So these are designed to help you understand the incrementality of your advertising.
Yeah.
In other words, they measure the additional conversions that you can directly attribute to your ads.
So I could see how much of a lift, my Facebook ads are generating compared to, say, my Google ads.
Exactly.
And then I could adjust my budget accordingly.
Precisely. Conversion lift studies provide incredibly valuable data for making informed decisions about where to invest your marketing dollars. You can see which channels are truly driving the results and optimize your spending for maximum ROI.
So that's incredibly powerful,
It is.
especially in today's competitive landscape where every dollar really does count.
Yeah.
All right, now on to that last method, marketing mix modeling.
Yes.
What's the big idea there?
So marketing mix modeling takes a more holistic approach,
Okay.
and it looks at the overall value of your marketing efforts across all channels.
Okay.
So it helps you answer big picture questions like, what is the true impact of my marketing? And how do I allocate my budget effectively across all these different channels?
So it's like getting a bird's eye view of your entire marketing ecosystem
That's right.
and how everything fits together and contributes to that bottom line.
Exactly. And AI can help you build much more accurate and sophisticated marketing mix models, taking into account a wider range of variables and interactions. So it's kind of like having a data-driven consultant by your side, providing strategic guidance for your entire marketing strategy.
That sounds like a marketer's dream.
It can be.
Are there any real-world examples of businesses using these validation methods to find success?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Luma, a personal care brand,
Okay.
wanted to make sure that they were allocating their budget to the most effective channels.
Right.
So they actually used conversion lift studies to refine their attribution and marketing mix models. And as a result, they were able to double their conversions.
Doubling conversion. That's a pretty compelling testament to the power of these AI-powered validation methods.
It really is. And the beauty of the Performance 5 framework is that it provides the structured approach to integrating these methods into your overall marketing strategy,
Yeah.
allowing you to continuously evaluate and optimize your campaigns for maximum impact.
I feel like we've covered so much,
We have.
but we've only just scratched the surface of this Performance 5 framework
I agree.
and the potential of AI in marketing.
But that's what's so exciting about it.
Yes, totally.
This is an ever-evolving field, and there's always more to explore and discover.
Always.
But the key takeaway here is that AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's here, it's powerful,
Right.
and it's accessible to businesses of all sizes.
So how can our listeners start putting these insights into action today? What are some tangible steps?
So first, I'd encourage everyone to familiarize themselves with the Performance 5 framework and just start thinking about how it can apply to their own marketing strategies.
Oh.
So assess your current account structure, explore those automation options, experiment with diversifying your creative, and prioritize data quality. And don't forget to validate your results using the methods that we talked about.
So it sounds like a lot, but if we take it one step at a time,
It is one step at a time.
it'll make all the difference.
Exactly. Exactly. Start small, experiment, and learn as you go. And remember, you don't have to go it alone. Meta offers a wealth of resources and support to help businesses leverage the power of AI in their marketing.
Okay, that's great advice. Before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
any other words of wisdom for our listeners today?
I think, embrace the power of AI, but don't forget that human element.
Right.
Use AI as a tool to enhance your own skills and creativity.
Yes.
And always, always remember to put your customers at the heart of everything you do.
Well said. This has been a fantastic overview of the Performance 5 framework and how AI is really transforming that digital marketing landscape.
It has been.
But we're not done yet.
Not yet.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore the broader implications of AI on the future of marketing, including some of the ethical considerations and potential challenges that we need to be aware of.
Looking forward to that. It's going to be a fascinating discussion.
So stay tuned for part 2 of our AI and the Performance 5 framework deep dive.
Absolutely. It's interesting. We've been talking a lot about the nuts and bolts of AI and this Performance 5 framework, but I think it's worth stepping back for a moment
Yeah.
and considering the bigger picture.
Okay.
What did all this mean for the future of marketing?
Right, because it seems like AI is changing everything so rapidly.
It is.
It's hard to wrap your head around sometimes.
It is.
What shifts are we seeing in the marketing landscape right now?
Well, I think it's safe to say that AI it's fundamentally changing how we connect with consumers.
Yeah.
And it's not just about automation or optimization anymore.
Right.
It's about creating experiences that are, more personalized, more relevant,
Right.
and dare I say, more human, even though it's being driven by machines.
Even though it's being driven by machines.
It's kind of a paradox, isn't it?
It is a bit of a paradox.
How can something so artificial make marketing feel more human?
That's a great question. I think it really comes down to AI's ability to understand consumers
Okay.
on a much deeper level than we ever could before. So it can analyze massive amounts of data,
Right.
identify patterns, predict behaviors, in ways that we as humans just can't.
Right.
And so this gives marketers incredible insights into what motivates people, what their needs are, how to reach them with messages that really resonate.
So instead of, sending generic messages to everyone,
Right.
we can use AI to tailor our marketing to individual preferences, interests.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's really what makes it feel more human.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with people
Right.
on an individual level, understanding their unique needs, providing them with value.
Yeah.
It's about building relationships,
Yeah.
not just generating leads. That's great. I love that. I love that shift from, marketing being this kind of
Yeah.
transactional one-size-fits-all approach
Right.
to something that's more,
I agree.
focused on building genuine connections with people.
Precisely. And I think that's a really positive development
Yeah.
for both businesses and consumers.
Right.
So businesses benefit from, stronger customer relationships, increased loyalty,
Right.
and ultimately higher profits.
Of course.
Consumers, they benefit from more relevant experiences, more personalized products and services, less irrelevant advertising clutter.
It sounds like a win-win for everyone.
It does.
But all this talk about AI and data
Yeah.
makes me wonder about, the implications for human marketers.
Yeah.
Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
That is the question, isn't it?
Right.
I don't think so. I really don't.
Okay.
In fact, I believe the role of human marketers will actually become even more important
Oh, interesting.
in the age of AI. Because while AI can automate tasks and analyze data, it still requires human creativity,
Right.
empathy, strategic thinking to create those truly impactful marketing campaigns.
So it's about finding that sweet spot, that balance between human and machine,
That's right.
and leveraging both to get the best results.
Exactly. And the most successful marketers, they'll be the ones who can effectively collaborate with AI and
Yeah.
use it as a tool
Right.
to augment their own skills and abilities. They'll be the strategists, the storytellers, the creative thinkers
Right.
who guide the AI and make sure it's being used to its full potential.
It sounds like the future of marketing is going to be this fascinating blend of art and science,
I think so too.
where creativity and technology are really working hand in hand.
Hand in hand. And it's a really exciting time to be in this field.
Totally.
We're on the cusp of a new era of marketing.
Right.
And those who are willing to embrace change and adapt to these new technologies, they'll be the ones who thrive.
This has been a really thought-provoking conversation. It has. It's amazing to think about how AI is not only changing the way we do marketing,
It is.
but shaping the future of the field as a whole.
Absolutely. And you know what? The journey has just begun.
Right.
As AI continues to evolve, we can only imagine what the possibilities are.
I know, it's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Before we move on to our next segment,
Sure.
anything else that, our listeners should keep in mind as they navigate this AI-powered future?
I would say the key is to stay curious and adaptable. Don't be afraid to experiment
Yeah.
with new tools and technologies. Always be learning and evolving your approach.
Right.
The world of marketing changes rapidly.
It does.
And those who embrace that change will be the ones who stay ahead.
Great advice. Now, for our next segment, let's shift gears a bit and look at a specific example of how AI is actually being used in marketing today.
Okay.
Have you heard of AI-powered content creation tools?
Absolutely. They're becoming very popular,
Right.
and for good reason. They can save marketers so much time,
Okay.
help them improve efficiency, even generate new ideas.
That's amazing. So can you give us an overview of how these tools work and the potential benefits they offer?
Yeah. So AI-powered content creation tools, they use algorithms
Okay.
to analyze data, understand patterns, and then generate content that's tailored to specific audiences and objectives.
Good.
So they can help you create everything from blog posts and social media updates to email campaigns and even video trips.
Wow, that's a pretty wide range of capabilities.
Yeah.
So what are some specific ways that marketers are using these tools to actually see results?
So one of the most common uses is for content ideation.
Okay.
So AI can help you brainstorm new topics, identify trending keywords,
Oh,
even generate outlines for articles and blog posts.
great.
So it saves you a lot of time and effort in that content planning process.
Yeah, that sounds really helpful for marketers who are, constantly struggling to come up with those new ideas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another popular use case is for content optimization.
Oh, okay.
So AI can analyze your existing content and then suggest improvements, like to make it more engaging, informative, and search engine friendly.
Okay, so it's kind of like having an AI editor.
That's a great way to put it, yes.
Yeah.
To polish and refine your writing.
What other, tasks can these tools help with?
So some AI content creation tools can even generate entire pieces of content for you,
Wow.
from short social media posts to long-form articles.
Okay.
This can be a great way to save time and resources, especially if you're working with a limited budget or team.
That's amazing.
Uh.
But are there any limitations, would you say, to what AI can do when it comes to content creation?
Of course, of course. AI is still a pretty new technology, and
Yeah.
it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
It's important to remember that any AI-generated content, it should always be reviewed and edited by a human to make sure it's accurate, engaging, and aligned with your brand voice.
AI can be a powerful tool,
Yes.
but it shouldn't be seen as a replacement for human creativity and judgment.
Exactly. The best approach is to really use AI as a collaborative partner,
Wow.
leveraging its strengths to enhance your own skills and abilities.
So I'm curious, are there any specific AI content creation tools that you would recommend our listeners check out?
Sure, there are a lot of great options out there, and they each have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Some popular tools include Jasper, Copy.ai, and Anyword. I would recommend just trying out a few different ones and see which one best meets your needs and your workflow.
Okay. Great advice. And as with any new tool, it's really important to do your research, understand its capabilities,
Absolutely.
understand the limitations, and use it strategically to get your desired outcomes.
For sure, for sure. Now, I wanted to touch on another exciting area where AI is making waves in marketing.
Okay.
Personalized recommendations.
Oh, yeah, that's something that we experience all the time as consumers, right?
We do.
Whether it's Netflix recommending shows or, Amazon suggesting products.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
how does it work behind the scenes?
So it's all powered by AI algorithms.
Okay.
And these algorithms analyze these huge data sets of user behavior, preferences,
Wow.
and purchase history. And they can identify patterns and make predictions about what users might be interested in,
Okay.
which allows businesses to deliver those highly personalized recommendations.
So when I see those, recommended for you sections,
Yes.
it's not just a random selection of products or content or whatever it is.
It's not.
It's really like an AI engine working
There is a sophisticated AI engine working behind the scenes
to tailor those recommendations to me.
to tailor them to you.
That's incredible.
And the beauty of it is these recommendations actually get smarter over time.
Oh, okay.
So as users interact with the system,
Yeah.
the AI learns and refines its understanding of their preferences.
Wow.
So it leads to even more accurate and relevant recommendations in the future.
It's almost like having a personal shopper
It is.
or curator that knows you better than you know yourself.
Right.
So what are the real business benefits of using AI for these personalized recommendations?
Well, the benefits are numerous. Personalized recommendations can increase sales, higher conversion rates,
Right.
improve customer engagement,
Yeah.
and greater brand loyalty.
Wow.
So by providing customers with relevant and timely suggestions, businesses can create a more satisfying and enjoyable shopping experience.
So it's win-win, like we were saying.
It is.
But are there any potential downsides
Yeah,
or ethical considerations that we need to keep in mind?
that's a great question. And as with any technology, there are always potential downsides and ethical considerations.
Right.
So one concern is that AI-powered recommendations, they could create these filter bubbles
Okay.
where users are only exposed to information and products that align with their existing preferences.
All right. So if we're only seeing things that confirm our own biases,
Exactly.
it could limit our exposure to new ideas and perspectives.
That's right. It's really important for businesses to be mindful of this potential issue
Okay.
and to strive for a balance between personalization and diversity of content.
Absolutely. Another concern that I've heard is that AI-powered recommendations could be used to manipulate or exploit consumers.
That's certainly a possibility, and it's something that businesses need to be very careful about.
Right.
Ethical considerations should always be at the forefront
Yes.
when using AI for marketing. So transparency, fairness, and respect for consumer privacy should always be guiding principles.
Well said. Well said. It seems like the key takeaway here is that AI can be an incredibly powerful tool for personalization,
It can.
but it needs to be used responsibly and ethically.
Responsibly and ethically, that's right. It's all about striking the right balance between leveraging AI's capabilities and upholding those ethical standards.
Absolutely. This conversation has really opened my eyes to the vast potential of AI in marketing.
Good.
But it's clear that we're really just at the beginning of this whole journey.
We are.
What are some of the trends and predictions you're seeing for the future of AI in marketing?
So one trend we're seeing is this increasing integration of AI into every aspect of the customer journey.
Wow.
So everything from personalized advertising and content recommendations to chatbot interactions and predictive analytics.
So it's like it's becoming ubiquitous.
It really is.
It's no longer just a nice to have.
It's a must-have
It's a must-have.
if you want to stay competitive.
Yeah,
Another trend is the growing sophistication of these AI algorithms.
right.
So as these algorithms continue to learn and evolve, they'll become even more capable of understanding those complex data patterns
Right.
and making accurate predictions about consumer behavior.
So this is exciting, but also a little bit intimidating.
It is.
What does this mean for the future of marketing jobs?
Well, I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Yeah.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for, not so good.
Right.
So ultimately, the impact of AI on marketing jobs will really depend on how we choose to use it.
So it's not necessarily a doomsday scenario where robots are going to take all of our jobs.
Yeah.
It's about adapting and evolving our skills to work alongside AI.
That's right. That's right. So the key for marketers will be to embrace lifelong learning,
Yeah,
continuously develop new skills,
right.
and focus on areas where human creativity and empathy and strategic thinking
Right.
will always be in demand.
It sounds like the future of marketing belongs to those who are adaptable,
Yes,
curious, always willing to learn.
absolutely. Absolutely. The marketing landscape is constantly evolving, and AI is just one of the many factors that are shaping its future.
Yeah.
But by staying informed, embracing that change, and prioritizing ethical considerations,
Yeah.
marketers can really navigate this dynamic environment and thrive.
This has been a fantastic discussion.
It has.
I feel like we've covered so much ground, but there's still so much more to explore.
There is.
In our final segment, we'll shift gears once again, and we'll look at how AI is impacting
Yeah.
not just marketing, but society as a whole.
Absolutely.
And we'll explore some of the broader ethical implications and societal challenges that we need to be aware of as we enter this new age of artificial intelligence.
I look forward to discussing that with you.
Awesome.
Those are really important conversations to have.
Yeah, totally. So stay tuned for part 3 of our AI deep dive. We're going to wrap up our exploration of this
Will.
fascinating and rapidly evolving field.
It is.
So we've talked about AI's potential in marketing and the broader impact on the field.
We have.
But let's bring it home for our listeners.
Okay.
How is AI changing the everyday experiences of consumers?
So one of the most powerful ways that AI is being used right now is to enhance the customer experience. So think about how Netflix recommends shows or Spotify curates personalized playlists.
I know I'm constantly amazed by how well those algorithms know my taste in music.
Fair.
Sometimes it feels like they know me better than I know myself.
That's the power of AI. These platforms are analyzing massive amounts of data about your viewing or listening habits
Right.
to create these highly personalized recommendations. And it actually goes beyond entertainment. AI-powered chatbots on websites.
Oh, yeah.
They're becoming so sophisticated,
Cool.
they can answer your questions, resolve issues, and even suggest products to you.
I've noticed that. Sometimes I can't even tell if I'm chatting with a human or a bot.
I know, that's the goal. Advances in natural language processing and machine learning are making these interactions much more seamless
Right.
and human-like than ever before. But here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Imagine a world where AI can personalize not just your digital experience, but your entire customer journey.
Okay, now you've got my attention. What would that look like?
So let's say you're shopping for a new pair of running shoes online.
Okay.
An AI-powered system could analyze your browsing history, your past purchases, your social media activity, even data from your fitness tracker
Wow.
to recommend the perfect pair of shoes for you. It could take into account your foot type, your running style, your budget.
Okay.
It could even suggest complementary products like socks or running apparel.
So it's like having a personal shopper who knows exactly what you need
Exactly.
before you even know it yourself.
That's right. And it goes beyond product recommendations too. AI can also personalize the way that you interact with a brand.
Okay.
Imagine an AI-powered customer service system that anticipates your needs
Oh, wow.
and provides proactive support, maybe even offering solutions before you realize you have a problem.
Okay, so that would be a game changer. No more waiting on hold for hours or getting
Exactly.
lost in a maze of automated menus.
Exactly. AI has the potential to create a truly seamless and effortless experience for customers, leading to increased satisfaction, loyalty, and ultimately higher profits for businesses.
It sounds like everyone wins.
It does.
But I have to ask, what about the role of human marketers in all of this? I
Yeah,
mean, are we all going to be replaced by robots?
that's a question I hear a lot. And here's my take. AI is a powerful tool,
Yes.
but it's just that.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
Okay.
It can't replicate human creativity or intuition or empathy.
Right.
And those are the qualities that are at the heart of great marketing.
So it's not about AI versus humans.
No.
It's about finding ways for them to work together effectively.
That's right. The most successful marketers are going to be the ones who embrace AI as a partner
Right.
and use it to amplify their own skills and abilities.
Makes sense.
So they'll use AI to analyze data, automate tasks, and gather insights, but they'll rely on their own human judgment to craft those compelling narratives, connect with audiences on an emotional level, and ultimately drive business results.
So the future of marketing is really all about collaboration,
I think so.
not competition,
Collaboration.
between humans and machines.
I agree. And it's a really exciting time to be in this field. We're witnessing a fundamental shift in how marketing is done.
Totally.
And those who are willing to embrace change and adapt to these new technologies will be the ones who thrive.
Absolutely. For our listeners who might be feeling a little overwhelmed by all this,
Sure.
what's one piece of advice that you would give them as they kind of navigate this AI-powered future?
Just stay curious. Don't be afraid to experiment with new tools and technologies. Read industry publications, attend conferences, connect with other marketers who are exploring AI.
Okay.
The marketing world is constantly evolving, and the best way to stay ahead of the curve is to never stop learning.
Great advice. And remember, this isn't just about technology.
No.
This is about people. Keep your customers at the heart of your strategy and use AI to enhance their experience, not replace the human touch.
Well said. At the end of the day, marketing is about building relationships, creating connections, and delivering value.
Right.
And AI can help us do that in ways we never thought possible, but the human element will always be essential.
This has been an incredible deep dive into AI
It has.
and its impact on marketing. And it feels like we've covered a lot of ground, but this is really just the beginning of the conversation.
Absolutely, it is. And I encourage our listeners to continue exploring and learning. The future of marketing is bright, and AI is going to play a key role in shaping that future.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. As always, we would love to hear from you. What are your biggest takeaways? What are your hopes and fears about the future of AI in marketing? Share your thoughts with us, and let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely. Until next time, stay curious and keep innovating.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.